Namaste friends, welcome back to Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Today is de-stress yoga. A lot of us hold our stress in our shoulders, our necks, our backs. Where do you hold it? There's so many things happening. So join today's practice to help debunk, decompress, de-stress, and use that breath to find more fluidity in our movement and help us work through this stress. Grab any props that you need. If you have hard floors, a blanket for the knee joints is definitely recommended. And unroll the mat, unpeel those edges, and together let us do this. Namaste, my lovely friends. Welcome back. Grab a prop if you would like it. You can grab a bolster or a pillow or blankets and set it under the sit bones. And let's just start by shaking out and allowing ourselves permission to show up how we are. Stress can make us feel crazy, anxious, so many emotions that are attached, angry. So just take a moment to acknowledge how you're feeling. And I know for me, when I get really stressed out, it's hard for me to find stillness in my body. So just sitting and meditating can be really challenging. So we're gonna do just kind of like more of a moving breath meditation. So in the wrists, just letting them go. Okay, we're gonna bring the breath in and we're gonna exhale it out with more of an audible sound, like a shooing it away. And maybe now we're gonna inhale, raise the breath up and then shoo the sound away. So almost like we're gonna raise the palms up towards the sky, drawing the palms in towards our heart, and then exhale, pushing it away, raising it up. So almost like you're scooping it, and then getting all of that yucky stuff out. So let's take 10 of those at our own pace. Make it swift if that feels good, or slow down if that feels good for you. Last one. Exhale. And as we just shake out one little bit more, we're gonna allow ourselves permission in this practice to show up exactly how we are. Often when we're feeling so stressed and we have so many things on our plate, we shove it down. So today we're going to set the intention to allow our humanness. So from here, we're going to hop off of our bolster or our pillow, and we're gonna find ourselves in a tabletop position. And if you have harder floors, I definitely recommend a blanket underneath of your knees to give you that healthy joint support in the body. And from our tabletop positions, my friend, let's just take a moment to find a few cow and cat. So arch the spine, draw the feet up, and then exhale, push away. And every time for today's practice, my friends, I invite that exhale to be a little bit longer, a little bit deeper, to allow yourself permission to let go this stress or whatever has been bothering you or on your mind and heart lately is something that just keeps building and growing, right? So with the practice of yoga and breath, movement and breath, we can allow ourselves to soften some of the stress of life. Awesome work, my friends. And from here, you're going to be side to side with me. So we're going to root, or actually I'll mirror you. I'm going to mirror you. So it's going to be right hand roots down to the earth. So I'm mirroring you so we can face each other. Left hand reaches high to the sky. And then we're going to exhale, threading through the needle, hovering here. Inhale to raise. We're going to do 10 of these. 9. Inhale to raise. 8. 7. And it doesn't have to be a race. I know sometimes 6, we can make these, we can just like try to shove through, but try to take them mindfully. So take 5 more at your own pace. really isolating that movement, tightening through the core, through the arms, the hand on the earth. 3 more. On that last one, we're going to hold and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to exhale, thread that arm long, and you're going to find that sweet spot on the temple right here. So we're going to just rest here. You can post this left hand or right hand up, and then you're going to exhale your head, so your head will be away from me, and find that sweet spot on the temple and just let that body rest here for a moment as you thread the needle. If it feels good, if your body is feeling really movie, you can post up on that same side left foot and draw those toes long. You can post up on the fingertips here in the hand and just invite a big breath into the back of the heart and allow yourself to alleviate some of that stress. Use that breath to help you soften. And if it feels good for your body, you can engage the back of the calf. You can point the toes and you can rise and elevate that foot. You can also bend and kick the heel towards the sit bone. This is just kind of like an extra movement when I'm feeling real wiggly or movie or stretchy. You can also just stay in a traditional threading the needle, my friends, here. Bringing that breath in and exhaling it out. 2 breaths at your own pace here, my friends. Beautiful work. So slowly and mindfully, if that leg was up, bring it back down. Re-root that right hand into the earth. Press up. We're going to unthread the needle. Bring that hand high to the sky. And perhaps just for a moment, let's sit back on the heels and let's just stretch the dogs, stretch the feet. Invite a big, lovely breath of air in, raising the hands high to the sky. And then just exhale. First option is you can just bring the hands to the sit bones, the meaty part of the booty, glooty. Or you can try for a little heart opener here by bringing the fingertips posted up high. Stretch the heart. Find this beautiful negative space or positive space. I'm referring more to art when I say negative space, but we can create a positive space between our chin and our chest, right, in our neck. So we're not like cranking it all the way back or tensing it. Here, just create a little openness in the heart and let that breath go. And truly, my friends, allowing ourselves to move through stress is processing it and noticing, like, what is it that I'm feeling so overwhelmed or so stressed out about? Is it my job? Is it my family? Is it just my internal emotions? Is it health? And you have to acknowledge where it's coming from. You have to find the root of it, because, right, it's just like a weed. If we find a big weed and we just like kind of cut it out of the ground, it's going to grow back, and we need to find its roots. Like, why has it started? Where does it come from? Ooh, raise up. Maybe your dogs are barking a little bit here. You can flatten them out. Okay, my lovely friends. So now opposite side. So we're going to root if we're mirroring, it's left hand roots into the earth here. From the core, take that opposite hand and draw the navel up towards the spine to activate that navel. You're going to exhale, reach that right hand high to the sky. We're going to exhale, hover through here. Thread the needle. We're going to do 10 of these. Inhale to raise. Really activate your body and turn on your muscles here. I know sometimes if we've been doing poses for a while, or even if we're brand new, we kind of don't feel like we're in control of our body. So really turn on your muscles. Activate them by just clenching up and tightening them. Halfway there. So take 5 more at your own pace. You don't have to be right here with me. Push that exhale a little bit longer. We have 2 more. 2. That last one, we're going to inhale, exhale, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale that arm long. And then find that sweet spot on the temple. You can post that left hand up high, or you can flatten it out. And if it feels good, you can just stay here, find a little stillness. If your body is just like, wow, so many things, you can extend that left toe, pointing those toes kind of a little bit of an angle towards the corner of your mat here. You can bring the hand towards the top of the head for more stability, but more out on that left side, if you're mirroring me, the same side that the leg is extended. So you can take a big breath here with me and let it go. If it feels good and your body is like, ooh, I feel a movie, maybe you can try to point those toes. You can raise the foot, maybe just start like 1 inch, 2. Maybe you can go a foot, maybe you can go 2. What is your body allowing today? Maybe you can kick that heel towards. I was just feeling like I was gonna fall over. So like my foot that's bent on the earth, I just posted it up opposed to drawing it long. So this can feel super awkward if you've never done this before. This has been a pose that I've just been kind of playing with. But again, if it feels good for you, you can just stay here. I just know when I am getting really stressed out, I need a little extra movement in my body. So I'll even test my center of gravity and just point my toe as high up as I can. Or again, heel towards the booty. But be careful because you can roll back. So find stability in the awkwardness, right? Because stress can be really awkward and overwhelming and we don't know how to deal with it. And I have found by kind of making weird, awkward yoga poses, it helps you learn how to cope. It's like this metaphor. So slowly exhale that knee down to the earth. And then just pause and have 2 of your own calming breaths here. Very good. So mindfully take that left hand, press it into the earth, bring it up. You can even draw that hand on the opposite side to the belly. Exhale, unthread that needle, roll out your wrists for a moment. Now we're going to create a big wide open starfish hand underneath of the shoulders. Actually, you could bring them a little bit forward, posting up on those hind feet. Just set yourself up for success, open for the front body, and then press back the sit bones high up to the sky. Downward facing dog, my friends. Just take a moment here to pedal out your heels, to just acknowledge your body for where it is. There's no judgment here. And know that yoga is a practice. It is not a perfect, it's not a one size fits all. How we show up today on our mat is going to be different than tomorrow or yesterday, next week, next month. So in this moment, I invite you to give yourself compassion for however you're feeling. Just giving yourself that compassion that you give other people. So perhaps maybe you could like ask yourself, if you had a friend who was feeling as stressed and overworked as you are right now, what would you tell that friend? Right? What would you say to them? We're going to exhale, come forward, 2, all the way forward, plank position, hollow the front body, slowly float down to the belly here, my friends. Lengthen the legs long. And from here, we're going to start by lifting up and activating through the back of the calf and the glutes and the hamstrings, the leg muscles and the booties, and just hovering. And then you're going to exhale, hover the opposite foot. And now we're going to inhale, bringing the hands up off the earth, bringing that breath in. Exhale. And again, sometimes these awkward, weird poses can help us work through whatever it is we're experiencing. Maybe if it feels good, if you need to add a little movement, you can swim, or you can Superman, whatever your superhero of choice is. You can fly. Bring that breath in. Make yourself do hard things by doing them. Bringing that breath in, my friends. Exhale out. Awesome work. We've got this for 10 more seconds. 10. Hold and do hard things. 9. 8. Bring that breath. 6. 5. Exhale. Let it go. 4. 3. 2. 1. Give yourself a little break. Rest your head down on the earth and allow yourself permission to just soften down to the mat. Right? It's like there's really big stressy things that we're holding everything in. Maybe you could tap into where you're feeling all the stress. Is it in your head, your neck, your back, your hips, your legs, your feet, your hands? Just feel wherever it's feeling. Feel the heaviness. Wonderful work, my friends. From here, we're gonna press up. Boop, 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 boop. Press up. Wonderful work. We're gonna move our way onto our sit bones. Sitty, sitty, sit bones. Wonderful work, my friends. From here, we're going to kind of like imagine. So we were just like scanning and feeling wherever you're feeling it. So notice where you're holding your stress. Like, are your shoulders really tight? Is it your neck? Is it your jaw, the top of your head? Or is it your whole body? Are you holding it everywhere? So we're gonna kind of metaphorically rock out a boat and hold space for this big stress ball. So we're gonna almost like imagine, we're gonna scoop up our stress in our hands. And wherever you are with this pose also, you can help yourself activate through the core first, turn it on. You can do a supported boat pose. You can also, if you need a little extra support, you could grab a pillow and help here, because I know there's some mamas who've had babies and it can split open your abdomen, your core muscles, and be really hard for you to do poses like this. So you can just stay here like so. Or if your body's like, okay, we're gonna hold space for this metaphorical stress. And with our exhale, we're gonna kind of breathe out and fill up the space with the stress that we're feeling, with the tension. So wherever those tight spots are, you're gonna breathe into them and exhale here. Breathe that breath in. And then hold space, blowing that out, filling up this metaphorical bubble. Maybe you can imagine a bubble for the stress. Okay, now 5 more seconds. You've got this. 5. Let's do 5 more breaths. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Exhale. Woo, burny, burny fire. So from here, my friends, our goal is to get down to the earth. So do what feels good for you. Slowly and mindfully rock yourself back. And from here, hug your knees up to your chest. You could cross at the ankles and kind of open the knees a little bit wider, and just Apanasana, a double wind reliever. You can just slowly massage your lower back onto the earth. And I want you to just notice that difference between when you're holding this really strengthened pose and we were trying to hold that metaphorical stress. There was like a lot of things happening. And now on your back, as you're softened down to the earth, does it feel as heavy? Just notice. Notice what you notice in your body. Notice what feels good for you, and notice what poses were feeling awkward or weird or hard or easy. Wonderful work, my lovely friends. And if you can reach more towards the ankles. So I went from reaching on the insides, and now we're gonna reach on the outside, and maybe you can grab for the toes, and you can kind of create this crisscross applesauce. You could splay your knees open wide, or if that's not in the cards, you can lengthen your legs long. You can find a butterfly here. Mine is more supported. That feels good for me. So kind of just notice in your body. We're gonna just find our last pose of surrender. So we're finding our Shavasana. So we're gonna start by closing our eyes. And I want you to just clench your jaw together and feel the tightness. And then I want you to squeeze your lips, your eyes, your fists, your pelvic wall, and your toes. So I want you to squeeze everything in together and hold everything and feel the stress and the strain. Hold it, and then exhale, soften down. We're gonna do that 3 more times. So hold everything and squeeze, purse your lips, curl your toes, hold your breath, feel stressed and strained, feel the weight of the world, and then sigh. Make yourself relax. This is the moment where we can force ourselves to stress up, or we can surrender to what is. 2 more. Hold it in, hold your breath, squeeze your booty, clench everything, squeeze your jaw, and then melt it away. Last one. Hold 5 seconds. 5. Hold it in 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, make yourself soften and let go. And with the exhale, my friends, I invite you to know that in any moment in life that we can choose to stress and hold our breath and tighten everything, or we can invite the softening of surrender. Surrender to just trust in the process of life and doing our best, and knowing that doing our best is all we can do, and taking everything one thing at a time, and knowing that there is indeed divine timing for everything. Wonderful work, my friends. We're gonna slowly kind of turn over, take a moment on the side, curl into a ball, give yourself a hug, and just acknowledge all of the work that you've done on the mat today. And giving yourself a breath of love in and exhaling that love out. Beautiful. We're just gonna press with that upper hand. Now let's just meet. From this crisscross applesauce, we're gonna just finish with a mantra. A mantra is just a word that we use to help us switch our thoughts. So we're going to mantra, I am calm and relaxed. We're gonna say it 5 times. I am calm and relaxed. 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 And just float palms, kissing palms to your heart center, bowing your head, acknowledging yourself, giving yourself love and gratitude for showing up today. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up on your mat with me today. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm just sending a warm hug around you. I know that this too shall pass, right? Not one emotion lasts forever. And with the help of yoga, we can be better. I love you. We'll see you next time.